I'm gonna go lose some weight, and I'm gonna go find a good margarita someplace, and I'm gonna take a chill. I'm gonna chill out for a while.
We're so close. Is it a killer to come that close and to think, oh, if we got a couple bus loads from a couple churches or something?
When the returns started coming in, it was, oh my gosh, we might actually win this thing. And when it was all over and we didn't win, that was okay too. In fact, I still don't feel like I lost. It's kind of a strange feeling.
Like, would you have, done something differently strategically?
I mean, there are little things here and there that, for the next campaign, whatever that is, we know that we have to improve. But, the thing is that every campaign is different. If you fight the last campaign, you're going to lose. You can never fight the last war. You've got to recognize that things change. And you also have to take stock and recognize that even though we did so well in so many different things, there's always room for improvement. We should have had a better ground game, frankly. We had a great social media campaign that was phenomenal. It was off the charts. We had phenomenal television ads, radio ads, very hard-hitting, truthful, but very hard-hitting, and I think that that worked well. We deliberately were at times a little bit more controversial in order to attract the mainstream media, in order to attract earned media, and that was a deliberate campaign strategy.
There was a lot of criticism. Not that you were standing up for the monuments, but that it became such a focus. Do you think that's true, or do you think that was the route to doing as well as you did?
There's no question that the preservation of historical monuments was perhaps the biggest reason I did as well as I did, especially in Western Virginia, all the way down in the valley, the 5th, the 6th, the 9th, and even the 10th congressional districts. It's a big issue, and it's not just an issue that it is important to those people who have generations lived in Virginia, but even to newcomers like myself and others that just feel it's wrong to be removing historical monuments and that it's a very dangerous road to go down. So it definitely had a major impact on my race, and it's one which I don't regret at all.
Time where I thought people were most critical of you came when Richard Spencer came to town, to Charlottesville with his tiki torches and held a rally that a lot of people felt evoked the Klan. And he made an explicitly racial appeal. He said, "We are white, we are a people, we will not be removed."
It's not my responsibility to go out and denounce every single group that I disagree with or that has a view that I disagree with. That's not my job. My job is to put forward my views. And if I start responding to what the Democrats or the media want me to do, then I lose.
Do you think that because he's so cautious that Ed can inspire that kind of passion?
I think that to win a difficult election, you have to have passion. You have to have passion. The candidate must have the passion. If you don't have the passion, your followers will not have the passion. So that's his challenge, and he's going to have to juice it up somehow. He's going to have to make it a little bit more stimulating, because there's not a lot of, when you look at one of Ed's speeches, it's boring. It doesn't really hit the heart. It's, he's not talking about the things that people are really actually caring about. And he's got to somehow inspire people. And the only way that he can do that, he's got to find it in himself first. But before he does that, he's not going to be able to get the level of excitement that people had for me.
No, he's got sort of his Horatio Alger, my immigrant grandfather, parking lot.
All that stuff. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. I mean, Ed, if you're listening to this, nobody cares that your dad owned a grocery store. Nobody cares that your ancestors were immigrants. Nobody cares about that because everybody in that room has a similar story. I haven't met any person who was inspired by Ed's story about growing up in a grocery store.
I also heard you take issue with his sweater. I believe you called it dorky.
Yeah, you know, you said that he wore that dorky, you know, Mr. Rogers sweater, right? I mean, look, it was stiff, and you know, sometimes you just gotta just be yourself. I mean, you know, just do it.
Which Democrat did you want to go up against? Who did you think would be the stronger Democrat?
I
or the
would
more
have loved to run against Northam, because Northam is as boring as the bottom of my shoe. And you know, Northam has the same problem that Gillespie has. He doesn't inspire anybody. There's no fire in the belly. There's no inspiration there. There's no passion. People are looking for passion. Hey, you know, the other thing that people are looking for is a fighter. And, you know, one of the things, I think Ed, you know, his campaign strategy was taken out of the 1985 campaign manual for how to run as a Republican. He needs to juice it up. He's got to get some energy there. He's got to get the base, and it's got to come from here. He's not going to be able to win this thing through gimmicks.
Has there been any contact between you and Ed Gillespie?
No.
And any through your staffs? Any attempts
No.
on either side to
No.
reach out?
Well, we've had a common friend who wanted to get the two of us together, but that didn't work out. So.
So he's not seeking your endorsement?
No, I don't think so. Look, I'm going to be voting for Ed Gillespie. I encourage all my supporters to vote for Ed Gillespie. But if he's expecting this magical word of endorsement, he's going to be waiting a long time, because really what he needs is he needs the endorsement of the 155,000 people who supported me. And the only way he's going to get that is by getting stronger on the issues that I was fighting for. If he does that, he'll get their support. But if he doesn't do it, then he won't, no matter what I say.